sharing with you things that I do know about crypto. And I just want you to explore this world with us. So, as you know, the MLS Bitcoin Club is the best kept secret on the internet. But there's another thing that you don't know about MLS. It's the last cash strategy that you'll ever need. That's why we are here to stay. Okay? So, inside our club, we have 10 communities, 9 elevation levels to success. All right? You can accrue 74.52 Bitcoins by cycling all of these communities once, just once. That's over $462,000 at the price of Bitcoin today. Because right now, a Bitcoin is just a little over $6,000. Oh, 62.39. So it went up since I put this video together. But that's all right. And I expect it to go up. It may go up, it may go down. But inside of MLS, we really don't care about that because we're leveraging with a peer-to-peer cycler and it flows freely. So we have our little soldiers, our little bits, and our Satoshis working for us and recruiting and leveraging them into greatness. So we everybody comes in the club at the starter level and they work their way through the communities. Each community you arrive in, you'll get different financial literacy tools that will help you become a more thrifty person and a better equipped person to deal with business, finances, structuring your life, building your retirement plan, and financial freedom. So, L3 is an important spot because you become a team member when you reach L3. But also, besides that, once you reach L3, you have already acquired a whole Bitcoin. The goal is to do this within 30 days. Some people take a little longer, some people take less, some people do it when they first start, like right away. L4 is Ruby. L5 to drive is a sweet spot, and that's where I'm at. We are going into this with 1.2 Bitcoins, and when we cycle that, we're leaving with $34,000. That's some money. Okay, that is just filling 5 other spaces in your community, and that's it. And you can do it as many times as you want, as many times as you like. And once you cycle that community twice, my founder gives you an extra $500 so you can use it to pay your car payment. That's why we call it Five to Drive. Level 6 is diamond. Level 7, double diamond. Level 8, triple diamond. Level 9, oh my God, venture capitalisms, angel grants, all kinds of things. So here's what the wealthy are saying about Bitcoin. I want you to just listen in, watch the video, check it out, and see what your take is on this. It's absolutely phenomenal. Don't count this out.
Well, poor people don't have bank accounts, and so when they have an emergency, they want to borrow, save. It's very tough. Small transactions, the fees are just too high when you have banks and ATMs and all that. If we take the cell phone and just use digital currency, then you can have all those financial services. So 2 billion people who don't have any kind of bank account will have all sorts of innovative services, help them save, pay for education. And it requires a little bit of work getting the regulation right, getting the critical mass, getting people to trust it. But the magic of that cell phone with the right software means that people have banking, and that's really big for their lives. They can borrow when they need to, and
it's interesting because everyone has a cell phone, a smartphone.
Most people do.
We know him from Microsoft. We now know him for the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Bill, it's great to see you. Great to see you here in particular because we know the Gates Foundation for its work on infectious diseases, child health, nutrition, agriculture, education. The list goes on.
Yes, it does.
Bill Gates care
Wonderful.
about finance?
Well, it's all about helping the poorest. And one thing they don't have access to is bank accounts. The fee structure, if you have small amounts of money, is just too high. And we got involved in some traditional micro lending, but just didn't see how that could scale up and get inexpensive enough. So now we're involved in trying to make sure we get a very efficient digital payment structure set up for all the poorest in the world to get financial products that work for them.
Amazing.
The idea is that typically through the cell phone, you should be able to send money to your relatives. You should be able to track the money that's coming in, set aside money to buy seeds the next year. And there countries where this is beginning to take off. Kenya, Bangladesh, even Somalia, maybe the last country you'd expect up in Somaliland. Almost half of the GDP is done digitally.
I don't need to tell you that the poor have been unbanked for as long as there have been banks. Why is this time different?
Well, it's really the digital revolution. The poorest have bought cows, stored gold, put currency under their mattress, but they are getting cell phones, and the cell phone capability of identifying who's using the cell phone, letting you look at your spending patterns, that's going to be common sense. People are going to have help and lots of innovative products competing on top of this digital currency platform.
So if technology, mobile phones, for example, digital money helps to increase access to financial services at the same time as it lowers the cost of delivery, why is philanthropy needed?
Philanthropy should just be here to bootstrap this. There are a lot of regulations in this area, and understanding how those regulations can make the cost of remittances, where you're sending money back to your family in your country of origin, how right now that has about a 5% overhead on it. We think we have a role to make sure that, particularly for the smaller transactions, the regulations don't impose those very high costs. Once this gets going, then we'll step up to the applications and say, okay, how does a savings application help the mother make sure money's focused on the kids? How does it help them stay in school, set money aside for the uniform or for good future planning?
Some of what you just described, the need to move money from place to place, the cost of doing so, the overhead, as you put it, makes me think, believe it or not, of Bitcoin, because some people have said, hey, Bitcoin is the answer to those problems. Are you a believer?
Absolutely.
Well, Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient. The customers we're talking about aren't trying to be anonymous. They're willing to be known. So the Bitcoin technology is key, and you could add to it, or you could build a similar technology where there's enough attribution that people feel comfortable. This has nothing to do with terrorism or any type of money laundering.
What kinds of people or private enterprises right now are helping to solve the same problems you're interested in?
Well, in some countries, the mobile companies have been fantastic. In a few other companies, it's been the banks. In some countries, it's a startup company that's neither a bank nor a mobile company. In Bangladesh, the Bcash offering runs across any phone, and they've gotten the regulations so that they have a product that we think will get very, very pervasive. So entrepreneurs are there. The enablement this creates, if you want to put in, say, electricity in a city, collecting your bills is one of the reasons why the underspending in infrastructure in these areas is a real thing holding back the economy.
You mentioned banks. Are the legacy institutions, for the most part, banks, credit card companies, payment processors, friend or foe?
Many of them want to have these additional customers, but they have to embrace the idea that the fees are going to be a lot lower, and so they have to find a way to service these new customers. Now, that means these customers aren't going to be coming into their branches, and they can charge a higher fee when you want to actually cash out. But if it's a pure digital transaction, then you should be paying less than 1% to move that money from you to a merchant or from you to a friend, even with meeting all the regulatory requirements.
Something that
they are trying to rip off the lower class of people.
And supportive of. In fact, one can pay for a tour on Virgin Galactic up to the moon with Bitcoin. I think the Winklevoss twins have said that they would do exactly that. Do you think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually?
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin.
Mhm.
People have made fortunes out of Bitcoin. Some people have lost money out of Bitcoin.
It's volatile. It's volatile.
Yeah, but it is quite volatile. But when in volatility, people can make money out of volatility.
Why was it important for you to give it sort of that stamp of approval, that endorsement by saying to the Winklevoss twins, yes, you can pay for the ride of Bitcoin?
Because I'm not foolish. I mean, if people have got lots of Bitcoins and they want to go to space, I'd much rather they spend that money on our spaceship. Whether I keep 50 Bitcoins is another matter. But I'd much rather they spend that money on the Virgin Galactic spaceship than on, Elon will be sending people to space one day on Elon's spaceship. So we'll grab the money while it's there.
So that's another reallocation of trillions of dollars. And then in financial services,
China.
Chris talked about it earlier, but Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill. Okay? If we are entering a completely world of uncharted water.
Have you made any investments?
So I mean, I personally, I own Bitcoin in my hedge fund, I own Bitcoin in my fund, and I own Bitcoin in my private account. It is a huge deal. It's a huge, huge deal. Because what you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years, there's unbelievably better store value. It is gold 2.0, right? The value of gold that hedges the world economy about $9 trillion, right? 1,300 an ounce, of which only $100 to $150 is the actual production value. So all the rest of it is imputed. Where Lena, you and I have decided that it's worth 1,300 an ounce. Well, guess what? I can do the same thing with Bitcoin, except now I can do it outside the purview of every single government. It's being used everywhere where you would think it would be. Russia, Iran, Iraq, Egypt, Venezuela, Argentina, everywhere where you have currency pressure, everywhere where you want to basically shield your assets. And then after that, it'll probably become a payment medium. So in all of these three industries, you're talking about trillions of dollars up for grabs. Up for grabs, right? And it's just about trying something, right? And taking a few months to understand what the opportunity is and then hit the seed. And I think that the cool thing is it's easier to know how to code. It's actually useful in a way where you can probably hack something together yourself. You can find folks. And so this is the time where people should be trying really big, crazy things.
That's a great way to end. Thank you so much, Mark. O'Leary's our business commentator and the chair of O'Leary Funds. We know he has a thought or two on that. Nice to see you in studio again this morning. But what's going on with this huge rise from $20 way up into the hundreds and then a precipitous fall yesterday?
Well, but let's remember that until yesterday, most people around the world never heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin, for those who don't know it, is basically virtual currency, the same that you get for blasting aliens in a video game, except now traded globally. You can buy Bitcoins with virtually any currency on Earth and convert back into any currency or buy goods and services
well,
with
we talked about the story. What really got us talking about Bitcoin was the guy in Edmonton who was selling his house for the first time, wanted 400,000 in Bitcoins.
So I think the best way to look at this is a proxy for the mistrust individuals have of central bankers. If you're willing to take Bitcoin as a currency, virtual Barbie currency to me, it has no basis, no central banker, no hard asset.
But he's gonna get it, and he's investing in it.
This is where you go. So it's essentially what's happening here, Heather. People all around the world are saying, "I've had it with my central banker. I don't trust politicians anymore. I'm going to trade with this currency with my computer and my cell phone."
Well, they did that. The reason that Bitcoin shot up was after Cyprus, when they thought the government was going to get their hands on the money in the banks, so people turned to Bitcoin to keep them protected.
So I ignore everything till it gets to $1 billion in market cap. That happened.
That it did.
Bitcoin, well over $1 billion in value. So it's here to stay. When you've accumulated a virtual worth of $1 billion, and people are willing to trade it and actually buy things with it, turn it back into hard assets. And here's the key, Heather. Owners of hard assets are willing to take Bitcoin. This is here to stay. That's what's going to happen. And no central bank can control it.
You just called it a Barbie currency. I was going to say, is it all hocus pocus? Is it a legitimate form of currency to trade?
It is. And as soon as it passed $1 billion and someone bought a hard asset with it, in my books, as an investor, it became real. Now, at the same time, because relative to all other currencies, it's tiny. $1 billion is irrelevant in the currency market. Remember, the currency markets are the largest markets on Earth, bigger than commodities, bigger than stocks, bigger than bonds. It's going to grow, but it's going to take a long time. But the key is volatility. Nobody's going to put a large part of their net worth into this thing because it can go up down to 60% in a day, as we saw yesterday.
But is it here to stay? Oh yeah. So will I take 2 or 3% in Bitcoins? I think I might. I'm going to start looking at it.
Are you really? I was going to say, are you into this at all?
I have a basket of currencies, Heather. The way you diversify your risk in currencies is to own many of them. I own euros, I own Swiss francs, I own Canadian dollars, American dollars, and I might start to dabble, a little dabble-dooey of Bitcoin.
That's exactly what I was going to say. All right, thank you for the primer, Kevin O'Leary, our business commentator, the chair of O'Leary Funds. Thanks, Kevin.
Take care.
So with that being said, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin's inventor, Satoshi Nakamoto, outlines what Bitcoin is in the original 2009 Bitcoin white paper. Bitcoin, which is also known as a digital cash, is the first cryptocurrency, an international payment network, and the Internet of Money. Whatever you want to call it, Bitcoin is a revolution that is changing the way people think about and use money. Absolutely powerful. So, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. What is the white paper? Well, the white paper is a document which has created the roadmap and the social contract for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, also known as altcoins. Here you have some pictures of other cryptocurrency. You have Bitcoin, you have Monero, you have Ether, you have Dash, and you also have Ripple. The thing about Ripple is it's not a decentralized cryptocurrency. You have to be careful and you got to know what you want. Ripple was generated by the government and is tracked. And it's a very low class crypto, but it's also a popular cryptocurrency. And I guess it's because it's regulated and it's in that space where the people who don't really like the fundamentals or understand blockchain technology and cryptology don't really understand the power of Bitcoin, so they feel more safe buying something like an altcoin like Ripple. Hey, fine for them. I like Bitcoin. So, richest people talking about Bitcoin, of course, you have Bill Gates. You have Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He made a record deal, took payment in Bitcoin, and in 2017, when that Bitcoin hit 19,000 per coin, oh my God, he was rolling in the dough. And he's been an enthusiast and into crypto ever since and going hard. You got Sir Richard Branson. He's going to take people to the moon, guys, on a space shuttle, and they're paying with Bitcoin. I'm not going. I'm gonna keep my Bitcoin. I'm gonna pay it here on Earth. And then we have the tycoon, the enthusiast, Mr. Roger Ver, who invested his life savings into Bitcoin. So, Bitcoin is the grandfather of all cryptocurrency. Getting started with cryptocurrency, you just download a wallet. Bitcoin is received, stored, and sent using software known as a Bitcoin wallet. And you can download the official Bitcoin.com wallet for free, but there's other places. And just keep in mind that it's very important for you to keep your Bitcoin safe under lock and key. Okay? I'm trying to move my little widget thing because it like gets in the way of some of the slides, and I'm trying to keep it out of my view. So the safest device to store your cryptocurrency is in a tracer, also known as a hard or a cold wallet. And you could buy Bitcoin, purchase Bitcoin using a credit card or with your linked bank account via an online exchange. There are several different online exchanges you may use to purchase cryptocurrency, as well as Bitcoin ATMs available worldwide. Okay, so buying online, you can open an account at an exchange. Cryptocurrency exchanges will buy, sell Bitcoin on your behalf, and there are hundreds currently operating with varying degrees of liquidity and security, and new ones continue to emerge while others end up closing down. As with wallets, it's advisable to do some research before choosing. You may be lucky enough to have several reputable exchanges to choose from, or access may be limited to one or two depending on your geographical area. So the largest Bitcoin exchange in the world at the moment in terms of US dollar volume is Bitfinex. Okay. Although it's mainly aimed at spot traders, other high volume exchanges are Bitstamp and Poloniex. But for small accounts or amounts, most reputable exchanges should work well. Buying with cash, you could choose a purchase method. Platforms such as local Bitcoins will help you find individuals near you that are willing to exchange Bitcoin for cash. Also, LibertyX lists retail outlets across the United States that which you can exchange cash for Bitcoin. Wall of Coins, Paxful, and BitQuick will direct you to a bank or branch near you that will allow you to make a cash deposit and receive Bitcoin in a few hours later. Okay, I'm not for that. You might be. Again, do your due diligence. If it's something you feel comfortable doing, the less people know as far as bank wise about where your money is and how you're getting crypto with the government trying to sneak into your finances, your decentralized information, I would say get it online, get it from a person, but do your due diligence. Okay, and then there's Bitcoin ATM. ATMs are machines that will send Bitcoin to your wallet in exchange for cash. They operate in a similar way to bank ATMs. You feed in your bills and then you hold your wallet's QR code up to the screen, and then the corresponding amount of Bitcoin are beamed into your account. So Coin ATM Radar can help you find a Bitcoin ATM near you. There are over 1,200 plus Bitcoin ATMs all over the world, and several hundred Bitcoin ATMs are right here in the United States. And this is one of them. This one right here, I think that's in Vegas. And, we have a lot around. I'm seeing them more and more every day. So let it grow, then utilize it. How do we grow it? Well, we leverage. We have a peer-to-peer cycler in MLS. We get it, we acquire it, we grow it, and we learn how to protect it, right? So use Bitcoin. Bitcoin makes it easy to send real money quickly anywhere in the world. Bitcoin can also be used to make purchases in a variety of online retailers. Today, just one Bitcoin equals $6,119.65. And actually, that was written earlier this evening. And right now, Bitcoin is $6,252. So up $125 basically in a matter of hours. This is no joke. Do you do the math? You ever heard the movie? You do the math. Yeah, man. So you can load your Bitcoin onto a BitPay Visa. When you join MLS, we teach you how to obtain all this because that's a way to get your money in and out of your account. You store your Bitcoin on a tracer, a cold storage device. When you want to spend your Bitcoin, you put it onto your BitPay Visa. This is like a debit card, and you just go to any place that Bitcoin is accepted, that Visa is accepted. Use your card just like you're using your TD Bank card or your Visa or your MasterCard, whatever kind of credit card you use. As long as Visa is accepted, you're good to go. This is worldwide. And in some cases, they prefer that over US dollars. So, familiar places that you may see the Bitcoin accepted here sign on Microsoft, Overstock.com, Dell, Amazon, of course, Alibaba, it's not up here, KFC, Shopify, cheapair.com, Starbucks Coffee, MLS Bitcoin Club, the United Way, Subway, ForRealCeil, and Cash App. Even PayPal is involved in crypto. So you might say, well, what can I buy with it? Really, what can I spend my Bitcoin on? Well, big boy and girl toys. You talking about Lamborghinis and Ferraris and things of that nature. Private jets, gold, bullion, bars, exotic tropical getaways, vacation life, and beautiful homes. So, just a one-time out-of-pocket to join our club. No monthly payments, fully automated payment system, no request for withdrawals, a peer-to-peer system, no selling, no haters, and the steps towards your financial freedom are here. So, our founder and visionary is Mr. Derry Perkinson. He hails from Newark, New Jersey. He was living in the projects of Newark as he was growing up, and it was a rough time. There was times when he was hungry, dealing with gang violence, junkies in the hall, pissed, being broke, being tired, and just wanted a way out. And instead of going wrong, he went right. he went and got into the military. He's a ex-military sergeant. He's been there for 20 years. He's a master trader. We trade with him daily in the trading room, and I'm learning every day from this guy. As a matter of fact, I'm trading right now, making money. It's just amazing what we're learning from this man. So he created this safe system for members to accumulate Bitcoin for free while growing your financial knowledge and elevating you and your family to a better lifestyle. That's it. He wanted a safe environment. He's been ripped off. He knows that these platforms for some of these cryptocurrency spaces are not safe. You need to know. But here we're leveraging, we're learning. So you want to know about how to attain wealth? There's a system. There's 3 steps to wealth. It's cash flow, a system, and execution. You have to know it. You have to enact it. All right. So the MLS Bitcoin Club has some goals. Once you start, you have to start at the starter level. But your first goal once you join, you should really consider doing the fast track. Why the fast track, you say? Because it explodes your money tree. Can you imagine? I just told you earlier that it's roughly $250 to start at the starter level. So you figure another $250 in increase to go to level 1, all right? Because you're not paying the $99 entry fee again. So right now, level 1 is approximately $250 by itself. So you're figuring $500 to join the club, and to make it simple. Now, once you enter a community, you already know that if you bring 2 people, that's all you really have to do, but it's not all you should do. Well, of course not. You should bring and invite as many people as you can, and you could go through communities like pouring water through a strainer. I mean, it's just that simple. So if you come in, the first 2 people you bring, you get half of what they each donate, and the other half goes to the person who brought you in. But guess what? You already broke even because half and half is a whole. You already got back your entire investment in yourself into this platform, and you've also brought somebody else in to change their life for the rest of their life. Now they bring 2 people and you receive more donations. And by the time you leave that space, you have accrued 3 times what you came in with. All right. So now I know you're probably saying, hey, how does this really work, right? Yeah, I'm sure you are. So I'm going to tell you right now, all right? If you acquire a property and let's say you purchase this property, a nice brownstone or building, what have you, and you want to fill up 6 rooms inside of your dwelling. So now you got the keys. Your keys are here, and this is your key to success. Well, sometimes there's spillage, and you may say, what is spillage? Well, that's when somebody else invites a guest that winds up in your community with no involvement from you. Okay, so that's what this indicates. However, once you bring in your 2 people, remember, you still owe the person who brought you in some more supplement. All right. So you're going to bring in Ted. Ted comes in, he gives you a donation of currency, and that is automatically sent to your wallet and to the original owner's wallet. Then you bring in Ed. Ed comes in, half of what he gave you, you're going to give to the owner who gave you your key. Now you're settled with the previous owner. That owner is gone out of the picture, and you are the total landlord in charge of this. Now remember, there's another line, line B. Well, half or 50% of the donation, if your team invited a new member, or you get 100% if you invite a new member to the community. Got it? So here on line B, if Ted brought somebody in, you'll get a payment of or a donation of 50% of what it costs that member to join that line. All right. If you bring a person, you get 100% of that payment. The same thing with the next spot, the next person. If you directly invited that person, then whatever donation that person contributed to get on that level is what you will receive. It happens again on this side. If you have another person enter, you get the payment, and the final person who enters will, in effect, put you back into a brand new community, a newer house, a bigger house, and you start and do the same thing over and over and over again. You could do this many times, okay? We have a menu to wealth. The free member trial, you get a 7-day free trial. During that 7-day free trial, you get to look at our comp plan, look at the new members orientation, get brief synopsis of what each level offers, how the platform works. Um, you get to look at our personal development in the back office. So it's really cool, and you should share this information with everybody and let them know just how valuable it is. All right. So again, everybody that comes into the club has to start at the starter level. Once you're a paid member into MLS, that's when you start seeing all of the other videos. That's when you're welcome to come on to the other calls. You have an opportunity to get into the trading academy, because you have to be a member of MLS to get in the trading academy, which comes at a cost. You also have access to a business suite. There's several different things that we offer, and each level has them, and they're all outlined here. Okay, so you just have it all for a limited time enrollment fee of $99, man. And then it's just $99 annually for membership dues. I mean, this cannot be beat. Every community level offers new literacy, so indulge yourself. You got the Crypto 101. You have how to increase your credit score. Bam! How to start your own LLC. Yes, it is easier than you think. I did it, and I did it alone. How to obtain your business credit. Finance that business. Do that solo 401k. Infinite banking system, family banking, and trust. You're learning how to increase your net worth every day. So building wealth within 5 simple steps. Just set your goals. Get ready to grow. The choice is yours to build your wealth slow or fast, all right? Look, we are learning to trade from a master trader. We're in that trade room in the morning. Here we go. We are ready. Off to the races. And there we have it. We are learning to read price action. We know how to read the indicators. We look at the BB squeeze. We look at the real Woody CCI. We know the difference between a Hakanashi bar and a candlestick. We know the difference between line graphs and bar charts. We know how to determine the open and the closing. We know how to read the 50-period moving average versus the 200-period moving average. We know how to read price action, and we are actively putting on bets daily in the trade room on the S&P, the Nasdaq. We are trading cryptocurrency. We are trading indexes. We are trading crude oil. We are actually moving through this like a charm. So an elevation goal for anyone in this club is to target L5 to drive. Why I say target L5 to drive? Well, like I said, one Bitcoin is $6,200. It takes 1.2 Bitcoins to enter level 5, all right? So that's roughly, you might as well say $7,000 now, all right? But when you cycle that, you're getting like $34,000. Could you use $34,000 right now? Because I know I could use it, and it's coming. You know what I'm saying? This is something tangible, and it's something like a rinse and repeat. So we have a wealth plan. You want to plan your retirement. We have real financial education. We have all of these financial tools and literacy inside this club. And L5 is the other side of money. It's the other side of your cash flow. So we have live sizzle calls every day at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And some members are already receiving $2,000 to $16,000 a month or more, because right now Bitcoin is going up. Goes up and it goes up. It might come down a little, but inside MLS, we just take that as an opportunity to join, to recruit more members, to get ready for their next wave, to encourage people to come. And we leverage so it comes, and multiplication is key. All right. So we have a wealth plan, real financial education, retirement planning, Super Saturday training calls at noon Eastern Standard Time. Sunday night founders call at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have live events Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And all of this is taking place in our MLS meeting room on Zoom. And the ID for that room is 549-641-927. We have daily elevation calls from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day of the week. That number is 712-432-0075, and the PIN number is 543-556 £. And you could call in and actually get a replay of that call or a previously recorded call. Same information, different people, and we changed our recording too. So that number is 712-432-1085. All right. And just a note for your reference, Crown ambassadors are millionaire status. Just 5 cycles per year produces this type of cash flow on an ongoing basis. And at this level, you're just getting started. I mean, just getting started at that level. We have projects that will consult in real estate, venture capitalists, angel investors, etc., and the MLS Bitcoin Club. Together we prosper. Okay. I want to thank you all for attending my web call. My name is Cecilia Aiken. I'm from New Jersey. I love to learn and earn. I'm a master trader in the training. I'm a proud MLS member. I'm a mom, a grandma, and a business owner. And my vision is broad. This is my vision board. I'm working on another one mentally. And the next time I know how to fix what I didn't do right. But this dictates to me a lot of growth and a lot of strength and a lot of courage and a lot of pain too. So check out my websites. Visit me at 337go.com. And just so you know, MLS Bitcoin Club, as crazy as it sounds, is the only club that I know that has its own theme song. And it's all about cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
This all takes some money. Cryptocurrency is changing the world. A way to even the playing field. Some other people too. Cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency, cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank from the see. Tell your friends about MLS system. We can raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Yes, I'll learn what it's all about. Thousands of dollars going through a worldwide currency. Only up you do well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology. A way to up your financial psychology. It's money
You can spend.
let it grow exponentially before you dip in.
Before you dip in.
It's all cryptocurrency. 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 Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank
Mission you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. We can raise our financial wisdom.
countries around the world are jumping in. Creating ways to ride the train. Living the line up to that Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. MLS system to get your coin. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoin will be seen as a 21. MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you spending time with me this evening. If you have questions, you can put them in a chat to me, and have a great day. Thank you for joining the call. Bye bye.